Y'all have glasses on now, so I know I look hella smart. You know what though? I really look cute. I ain't gonna cap. Get at me. Cause the bitch is looking fire today. I got hair in my mouth. Hey beauties, what's up? So for today's video, I wanted to do something like my last video, the moon rituals video that I did. It seems that a lot of people like this, so I did want to touch on something that I talked about in the video, which was crystal cleansing. So we do have retrograde coming in June or July, series on how to prepare for the Mercury retrograde. A lot of people are, we be scared of the Mercury retrograde. So much happening. Plus, we in a pandemic. Listen, ain't nobody trying to have the whole world go upside down. So what I'm gonna do basically is tell y'all some methods on how to cleanse your crystals. There are a lot of ways that you can cleanse your crystals, but today I'm just gonna tell you a few. So yeah, if you're interested in this video, please continue to watch. Okay, so I'm actually gonna show y'all some of my crystals as well. These crystals I've had for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting new ones. Since the pandemic, I haven't been able to go out and purchase any more crystals. But for right now, these are the crystals that I have, and I'll be showing y'all at least 3 good ones that you should have for the Mercury retrograde. Alright, so the first way that you can cleanse your crystals is actually using water. So for this, you can use any type of water, but I would suggest you use some type of water that comes from earth, like rainwater, lake water, ocean water, anything that comes from Mother Earth. This is the way I personally like to do it. If you've seen my week 2 vlog, you'll see that I actually did a video on me going to the park and me actually cleansing my crystals that way. That's a good way to do it. That's one of my favorite ways to do it. This also helps when you're trying to ground yourself. I'm actually going to show you one of my favorite crystals. This is rose quartz. Say hello. So yeah, this is a big chunk of rose quartz. So rose quartz is good for the energy of love. It's also really good for self-love. If you're having any issues with confidence or self-esteem, this is a really good crystal to have for that. It also helps with compassion, relationships, friendships. This is a really good crystal to have during Mercury retrograde. And even if you're a beginner, this is also a good crystal to have as well. Alright, so the next thing is sunlight. I did this before when I first got my crystals. I basically put my crystals in this little case, and then I would put it on my windshield to kind of let the sun cleanse it that way. I did that a lot when I first got my crystals, but since I'm not driving as much now and all that, I'm kind of just doing water only or just doing my sage, which I'll get into sage later. But sunlight is a good way to cleanse your crystals as well. You just want to have a direct beam of light from the sun to your crystals. And I actually did that, but I think I have a picture of me cleansing my crystals that way too. So again, sunlight is a good way for you to cleanse your crystals. The next thing is moonlight. I usually cleanse my crystals on full moon, just because full moon is the brightest stage of a moon. So I usually just put a table out on my back patio and then put my crystals there and then let the moon charge in that way. So moonlight cleansing is also a good way to cleanse your crystals. So here's another one of my favorite crystals. This is clear quartz. So clear quartz is actually good. So when I was going through a phase in my life where I had to make a lot of head over heart decisions, this really helped for me to balance that. Me being a Cancer, I think a lot with my heart over my head, so oftentimes I need to balance that out in order for me to make a right decision. So this really came in handy when I actually just had to bite the bullet and make a head over heart decision. So if you are someone who is conflicted with what your mind's saying to what your heart is feeling, then I would highly suggest a clear quartz for that. It's really good for that, and this is just a small one. So, we talked about water, we talked about sunlight, we talked about moonlight. Let's go into sage. So yes, sage you can absolutely use for cleansing your crystals. Sage is one of those things where you can use it to cleanse about just about anything. Crystals included with that. I usually use sage or sage water when I'm doing like a quick cleanse with my crystals. Most times if I feel like I have some bad energy around me, or I just have a negative way of thinking or something, I will cleanse my crystals with sage, or I will use my sage water, which is this right here. I also talked about this in my new moon ritual video. You can check that out up here. It's basically just sage soaked in some water for about 2 or 3 days. It's purified water as well for about 2 or 3 days, and then you have your sage water. I advise you to actually have something like this for retrograde, especially if you're trying to like cleanse inside your car too. This is awesome. All right, so the next thing that you can do to cleanse your crystals is actually meditate with them. So I usually do this sometimes when I do yoga. I'll just hold the crystal that I actually want to bring energy into, or the crystal that I feel needs to be cleansed, and I'll just hold it and meditate with it and cleanse it that way. I usually do this method for my amethyst. She is a gorgeous one. So I usually do this for her because she holds a lot of energy. Yes, this thing is a little bit vain, but listen. She holds a lot of energy. She holds a lot of protecting yourself energy. She holds a lot of setting boundaries energy. Them red flags and the warning signs, she is good for that. So I would suggest you get this, especially if you have to sign a contract during Mercury retrograde. You need her. You need her, period. And then basically I'll just hold her in my hand as I'm meditating. And that's how you meditate and cleanse your energies that way. Another way is with sound. This is one way that I have not tried yet that I really would love to try. You would just get one of those big sound bowls, and you would just play sound as you're holding your crystals, or your crystals are around. I cannot wait to get one of those sound bowls. They are very pricey, but I will be trying to get me a pair soon or something like that. I don't know. But I see Janae Eiko use them, and I see SZA use them, and I'm just in heaven with them. So hopefully soon I have those, and I can meditate with those. I can also cleanse my crystals with those. But that is also a good way you can cleanse your crystals. And then the last way I have is actually using salt. A lot of people, when they use the salt method, they actually use pink Himalayan salt. And I guess you would just put the pink Himalayan salt into a bowl and then just submerge your crystals that way. I have not tried that way yet, but I do have a big pink Himalayan salt crystal in my restroom. So, but you can use that as well to cleanse your crystals. There are like 100 methods to cleanse your crystals. Crystals are one of those things where they hold a lot of energy, but at the same time, they are very easy to cleanse. So if you are someone who's looking to cleanse your crystals, I hope this video helps you out. Again, there are 100 other ways that you can cleanse your crystals. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I showed you about 3 good crystals that you can have during Mercury retrograde, which is the rose quartz, clear quartz, and the amethyst. I will be showing you more. But for right now, these are the ones that I connect with heavily. I'll leave what kind of these are below. Yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. Thank you so much for clicking this video and looking at my beautiful face. And yeah, so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.